What's up, people? Master King JC here. See that right there? See that? That's a Christmas tree. Christmas time. It's coming soon. Yeah. But anyway, more important than Christmas. One Piece chapter 607. It's manga time. Yeah. Got this. One Piece chapter 607, 10,000 meters under the sea. And the cover page this time is Frankie. Of course, it's gonna be Frankie doing all the straw hats in order. But yeah, you got Frankie. He's riding a mecha horse he built, and he's racing against a wild Mustang. But this mecha horse has wheels and no legs. It's awesome. Frankie racing against a Mustang. Mustang's like, what the fuck is this shit? Okay. So yeah, we left off where we were last chapter, where the undersea volcano was about to erupt, and I was like, "Oh shit, we gotta get the fuck out of here because this volcano's about to erupt." And this shit, what the fuck is this shit? Shit's moving very fucking slow. So yeah, and I see, yeah. And Vonderdecken, he's telling his men to pull back, and he tells the anglerfish and Omibuzo to pull the ship because they gotta get the fuck out of there. The thing's about to fucking blow. And I was like, this is bad, guys. We gotta get out of here. And Luffy told the Kraken to get as far away from here at once, and Luffy's like, okay. But Usopp says it won't be necessary because the Kraken is already running. Somehow it's running. I don't know how, but the Kraken is running. It's running with all its might. And it's like the legendary monster making an unbelievable face. He's like, gah! And he's got the Umibuzo and the anglerfish and pulling the Flying Dutchman while also running. Because it's scared as fuck. And Luffy's like, I want to see the volcano erupt. But it was like, escape to the front side. And I was like, that won't matter because they're just a few meters apart. But anyway, finally the volcano erupts, and it's fucking huge ass eruption. Boom, fucking huge ass eruption. And it was flying in the ship, and it was like, yeah! It was like, oh! It's like, oh shit! You see Brook at the top, he's like, oh shit! And the magma is running down the ocean floor, and the water's temperature is rising, and Chopper's like, oh shit, it's hot, it's burning! And we see the Flying Dutchman, the Omibuzu, they go flying off into the distance from the explosion. So that's the last we see of them for the chapter. Anyway, the magma's coming, and Luffy's telling the Tsurume to run because it's getting very hot, and the magma's chasing after them. And so he's like, Nami-san, which way to Fishman Island? And Chopper's like, you're having a guilty conscience at a time like this? We're about to be fucking burned to a fucking crisp by undersea water volcano magma, and you're fucking getting a fucking nosebleed? Stay fucking focused. Anyway, Nami says they have to move a little further because Fishman Island is I think in the trench, so they have to go into the trench. They had to head right for the trench, and Tsurume is about to jump, but it's like really dark down there. It's like a really sheer precipice or whatever it's called. And I don't know who said it, but someone said it's darker than darkness itself. Is Fishman Island really down there? I don't know who said that, but who cares? And Chopper's like, oh, the backside's getting really hot, steamy, and And Usopp's like it's so dark in front, it's so scary. There's some kind of monster that's gonna pop up. Come on, Usopp, jeez. And Luffy doesn't care. He's like, jump in, Tsurume, and Tsurume jumps right into the trench, and the volcano erupted again. But all of a sudden, they're getting chased by a huge avalanche of earth and rock, and the eruption destroyed the trench, so the trench is actually caving in on top of them, so it's about to get fucked up right now. And Zoro tries to cut the rock, but Luffy's like, no, leave it to me. And Robin says that he can't because they're at least 8,000 meters underneath the sea, so if they get out of the bubble, they're going to be crushed by the water pressure. And Usopp, Usopp's moment to shine, he does Hisatsu, Midori Boshi, Sagaso. And he creates like this seaweed that blooms from the wall. He shoots one of his pop greens, and they make like this seaweed come off the side of the trench, which stops the rocks from falling. It catches the rocks, and Chopper's like, seaweed flew out, awesome, Usopp. Like it's their chance to get away because they stopped just in time. So they just missed the avalanche, and they're able to get out of the way just in fucking time. But here we go. But then just after the Kraken dodged the avalanche, a rock comes and hits it square on the head, and he goes falling down. He gets knocked out unconscious. It's so funny, like, we're safe, and all of a sudden a rock comes, bam, no. And time passes by, and they're 10,000 meters below the sea. They're at the bottom of the ocean, of the sea trench, and they finally, and it's like really bright. It's like sunlight coming down somewhere, but I don't think it's really sunlight. And Brooke's like, it's so bright, I'm gonna go blind, even though I don't have eyes to get blind with. Yo, skull joke. And Nami says that after denying it, they finally reached it. They finally reached Fishman Island. They finally reached it. And this is really beautiful. We got this really awesome screenshot of Fishman Island right here. It's like two bubbles, really. But so I guess that's where the air is, so they might be able to breathe. So they'll be able to breathe inside because it's got air, but it's like floating in the water. Got these bubbles right here. And it looks really awesome. You got these big fishmen. Not fishmen, sea kings. In fact, one of these sea kings looked familiar. It's like it was just one of the sea kings that the Straw Hats saw before. I remember. It looks very familiar. Anyway. It was like, yay, we made it! One of the famous spots on the Grand Line! And so he's like, the alley where mermaids dance. The beautiful mermaid princess. We finally made it. I've yearned for this place since I was a kid. It's a paradise straight out of a dream. And he danced with books like, mermaid, mermaid. And it was like, Sanji, you're not ready yet. All that fantasizing, you're still coughing up blood. And Chopper's like, I'm so sorry, Sanji. The habilitation didn't make it in time. It's probably better for you now if you don't meet a real mermaid. And it's like, Doctor! It's like, it's his dream to meet the mermaids from Fishman Island. However, if he meets them, he'll lose his life. But, and so he's like, it doesn't matter. It's like, Sanji, instead of living a long life, I realized in my dream, I'll never die while giving perverted looks at mermaids. And it was like, that's horrible. So yeah, we got Fishman Island drama. Drama Central. Like, I'd rather die than not see a beautiful mermaid. Like, how horrible. And Sanji's on fire. He's like, I'm going to meet them. And Luffy's like, oh, I wonder what kind of meat goes to the food on Fishman Island. And Luffy's drooling because he's so hungry. And all of a sudden, these things appear. But what are they? And the Kraken, he's scared and shit. And one of the things, when someone says, "What are you letting these humans order you around for, Kraken?" And the Kraken tosses the ship away. It's like, "What are you doing, Surume?" And like, who are those guys? And we see these animal fish creatures: a fish lion, a fish giraffe, a fish rhinoceros, a fish ape, a fish elephant, and a fish bear. Anyway, it's a gang of sea monsters, and Nami, Brooke, Usopp, and Chopper are like, it's over! Even though we made it this far. Because they're huge. They're almost bigger than the Kraken. At least. And Luffy's like, "Oh, those sea monsters are so cool." And the guy controlling the sea monsters is Fishman. And he's saying that they're the Straw Hat Pirates, and they're the pirates who crushed the ambitions of the Arlong pirates. And if that was all there was to it, the answer would be simple. But they also heard that they protected Hachi, an ex-staff member of Arlong's crew, and even beat up a member of the Tenryubitu. And this is weird, ugly ass dagger tooth pike conger fishman. With his very long ass neck. He's like, just like our beloved hero of Fishman Island, Fisher Tiger. Homo, 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 homo. Oh my god, even he's got a weird laugh. Homo, 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 homo. Homo, 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 homo. Like, this truly complicates things. So come on, tell me, are you friend or foe? Will you fall under the umbrella of us new Fishman pirates or reject us? And you got this ugly looking fishman right here. You got this guy who looks like a fishman, but he got like this octopus body, so he looks like a merman. I think he's a merman. Anyway, this is Hamond, who is a freaking who's the new Fishman Pirates combatant. He's got the Arlong symbol on his chest, and Nami sees it and she's like, "Oh shit, not them again." So yeah, it was like, if you were not him, and the guy's like, "If you refuse, we will have to stake you right here." And it was like, "What you say?" And Nami tells Frankie to refill the fuel because, you know, at the way they are right now, they can't fight these guys because they gotta focus on getting to Fishman Island. And something. And this thing is not loading. What the hell? What in the hell? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, anyway, Frankie and Nami's like, "There's no way Luffy and the guys are gonna listen to what these fishermen say, but we have zero chance of victory right now because we're 10,000 meters underneath the sea. So we have to use what little air we have and do a coup de burst and charge into Fishman Island." Like, are you serious? And Rob's like, "That's the only way we'll get out of this alive." And this was like, "Frankie, I'll take care of the steering. Frankie, take care of the steering. I'll fill up the fuel." And he's like, "All right, super, give it to me." And the Hamon guy's like, "So, are you going to become our subordinates, Straw Hat Luffy?" And the coup de burst is about to go off. Luffy's like, "No way, morons." Yeah. And that's the end of the chapter. And it says, "Of course. Of course." So yeah, so instead of finding these guys, they could take them out. Luffy could take these guys out easily if he wanted to. Just use Haki to take them out. But anyway, they're running out of air, so they gotta focus on getting to Fishman Island. So that's what's important. Anyway, this was a really good chapter. I like that we finally got to Fishman Island after all the hype. We've been planning to get here since after the end of Water 7, and we finally got to Fishman Island. Well, they haven't got there yet, but they're pretty much near it. So anyway, it's Master King JC, and keep on keeping on. Peace. That's a great Christmas tree.